Good day and welcome to the Lilly Roddy Show, coming to you from the LRS studios here in Houston, Texas in the Montrose. Happy holidays, everyone. I hope you all have your holiday shopping done. And of course, we're having our normal bizarre weather here in Houston. Today it's 60, and we're most likely to have 60s for Christmas Day. Of course, we're going to have a freezing time in between now and Christmas, so just our typical weather. And of course, in Texas, you never know what kind of weather you're going to have hour to hour. On January 9th, coming up at 7 p.m. on Thursday evening, I'll be doing my annual Journey Through the Signs lecture for 2014 at Lilly's Little Lecture Hall. I'll be talking about what's going on for each sign for 2014. The cost for the lecture is $25. The space is limited. Please email me for reservations at lillyroddyshow@aol.com. And of course, you can always find us and find me on lillyroddyshow.com, on Facebook, and on Twitter and Pinterest. So I hope to see you there on Thursday evening, January the 9th, 2014 at 7 p.m. Well, let's look at our week's overview for our astrological forecast. We start this week, December the 22nd through the 28th, 2013, with Venus already retrograde on the 21st, which of course was the solstice. Venus is retrograding through Capricorn until mid-February of 2014. Venus retrograde should make us more nostalgic for days of Christmas past, and Venus retrograde could tone down some of the holiday parties. I think we'll want to be connecting with people that we really care about instead of just fulfilling holiday obligations. This Venus retrograde can put a lot of pressure on existing relationships, business, or personal. Venus retrograde wants to bring to the surface the parts of the relationship that don't work so well so that we can address them and they won't continue to negatively affect our overall relationship. With relationships that are going through difficult times, Venus retrograde can bring an end to struggling relationships. We will be a bit more reluctant to spend as much money during the holiday time unless we're really sure that what we're getting is our money's worth. With Venus retrograde, it's a good time to take care of old financial issues. However, it's not the time to invest in any new ventures. And Venus is always the ruler of beauty. Wait until after February 14th before you have any kind of hair or makeovers. And let's don't forget, we're also having Mars, which is moving through Libra, which will eventually go retrograde in Libra next year, is lining up with the ongoing Uranus-Pluto square that I talk about frequently. And Uranus will be lining up with both of those planets right on December 25th, Christmas Day. This could create some early morning fireworks and some short tempers. So find a way to release that energy in a positive way. Let's look at the daily forecast for the week of December 22nd through the 28th. Sunday, December the 22nd, the moon is in persistent Leo as our day starts. Moon trines Mercury, 7:25 a.m., and this is a great time for a morning walk and a chat with your friends. Don't forget the coffee afterwards. The moon is now void of course after 7:25 a.m. on Sunday until 1:19 p.m. when Luna enters detailed Virgo. Moon trines the Sun, 3:44 p.m. We're feeling good about ourselves and what we're doing. This is a good afternoon for social activity as long as there's not too many rules. In the evening, Moon opposes Neptune at 7:21 p.m. Whenever we have these Neptune contacts, it's always a time to sort of retreat. During this time, we're more sensitive than usual to our environment. This will keep us inside or away from the masses. It's always a good time for yoga or meditation with this aspect. Monday, December the 23rd, Moon continues her travel through analytical Virgo. Moon trines Pluto at 11:09 a.m. We're more comfortable in looking at things beyond the superficial. In business, you are interested in getting to the bottom of things. This would be a great day for therapy, redoing your bathroom. The latter part of the day may not be as focused. In the latter evening, Moon sextiles Jupiter at 11:19 p.m. This is a good evening for a late night dinner or just a drive on the highway. We all need some entertainment at that time. Enjoy yourself. Tuesday, December 24th, Happy Christmas Eve. Moon continues in diligent Virgo all day. Moon enters Capricorn at 4:12 a.m. for a month's day. We will try to make our communications, which of course is Mercury, more clear and more useful. This could also mean is that we also don't use as many words and we're more careful in our speech. In the morning, Moon sextiles Saturn, 4:13 a.m. If you're up early, this is an opportunity to experience a really organizing morning. You could already be working on your project. Sun sextiles Neptune, 11:06 a.m. This aspect will increase our capacity for compassion and understanding. We're more conscious of others and their plight here on the earth. This is a day when we will value our inner selves more. And of course, this aspect, Sun sextile Neptune, is in effect all day. Moon trines Venus, 9:54 p.m. A great night for a late movie with someone special or watching your favorite movie with some really delicious ice cream. The moon is void, of course, after 9:54 p.m. until early tomorrow. And we're all a little anxious for Christmas, so we may not sleep very well tonight. Wednesday, December the 25th, Merry Christmas. Moon enters Libra at 12:17 a.m., the sign that looks for peace and harmony in the middle of conflict. Interesting concept. In the morning, early in the morning, Moon opposes Uranus at 2:33 a.m. And then this is a real strong mix of volatile energies, and this is probably one of the energies that's going to keep us up from the night before. This aspect has been affecting us, this Mars opposing Uranus, for the last few days. And this is like mixing gasoline with dynamite. Keep your expectations realistic for the holidays. And make sure that you have an exit plan. So if you feel trapped, and you will, you can get out ASAP. This could be a great holiday time to do something totally different if you're really willing to step out of your own personal traditions. Of course, make your own traditions. That's really the best thing. Moon squares Mercury, 3:11 a.m. You notice there's a lot of activity early in the morning. Not only are we antsy, but we want to talk about it. If you're up early preparing the big meal, this energy is for you. And we need some distractions at that time anyway. Moon squares the Sun, 7:48 a.m. We're pushing ourselves a bit. Take some time to remember to enjoy the morning and the traditions you're celebrating. Remember, they are for you. A little bit later in the afternoon, the Moon opposes Uranus at 4:40 p.m. About this time, you'll be looking for something different to do. And with the Moon conjuncting Mars at 5:12 p.m., not very much longer after that, this is just going to add more fuel to the fire. This is a time, Moon conjuncting Mars, when your emotions will be right on your sleeve, or you will want to clear the air. Either be prepared for the aftermath or commence with your exit plan. It's a perfect time for an adventure. Later in the evening, Moon squares Pluto, 9:15 p.m. Now it's time to dig out the old holiday stories of how life was. Of course, Pluto will be happy to be our fact checker so we don't miss any of those less than happy details. Of course, at our house, we just say, have some pie, because it's always pie 30 here in Lilyville. Thursday, December the 26th, Happy Kwanzaa. Moon continues in peace-seeking Libra. We start our day with Mercury sextiling Neptune, 3:04 a.m. This will help to smooth out any of the rough spots from yesterday. We're seeking a more peaceful place, and this is a wonderful morning for sleeping and dreaming. Now, this Mercury sextile Neptune is in effect all day. Moon squares Jupiter, 8:01 a.m. We're up early and feeling really optimistic about our day and what we're going to get done. It's a good morning for social activity or returning gifts. Get started early. Now, this is the only aspect for this day. We won't be void, of course. We just won't have a lot of interaction with the moon. And consequently, this will make sort of the afternoon, you won't be as driven. So create your own path for the rest of the day, particularly in the latter part of the day. Friday, December 27th, the moon starts the day in Libra. Moon squares Venus, 5 a.m. Get your coffee early this morning and have that extra muffin. You're going to feel like treating yourself special this morning. The moon is void, of course, after 5 a.m., but quickly enters passionate Scorpio at 7:58 a.m. Moon trines Neptune, 1:32 p.m. We're still in a bit of a dream state. If you can take some of your lunchtime to be with Mother Nature or to do some daydreaming, you will be so much happier. Moon sextiles Mercury, 6:02 p.m. We're ready to engage with others in helpful and useful conversation. This is a good time for meeting with business clients, especially to work on details. Moon sextiles the Sun, 7:26 p.m. Our useful and pleasant evening continues with this aspect. Get out of your routine and do something different. It'll really help with the holiday residue, I promise. Saturday, December the 28th, the moon continues through the day in unyielding Scorpio. Moon sextiles Pluto, 3:35 a.m. We're encouraged to clean out our emotional baggage. Your dreams certainly might help with that tonight. Moon trines Jupiter, 12:56 p.m. We're stepping out to meet and interact with people today. Lunchtime could be a perfect time to pitch that deal to an existing client. We connect with others easily with this aspect, Moon trine Jupiter. Later in the day, Moon conjunct Saturn at 6:58 p.m. We're looking at our lives in the most realistic perspective possible from Saturn's limited view. Don't be too harsh on yourself. Saturn always expects your best, no matter what. Well, thank you for joining me this week on the Lilly Roddy Show. If you have any questions, you can always reach me at lilyroddyshow@aol.com, lilyroddyshow.com, and on Facebook, Twitter, and Pinterest. And I suggest that you take some time to look at our Pinterest site on the Lilly Roddy Show. Some fabulous pictures for the zodiac and different kinds of saying. Really a wonderful site. Well, I hope you have a great holiday, and I hope to see you next week when we'll be looking at December 29th through January 4th, 2014. Thank you for watching, and remember to keep those stars in your eyes. Good night.